Earlier this century, we saw with devastating effect the loss of thousands of lives, the impact of heat waves on people and nature across Europe. We also know that since temperature recording began in 1865, 11 of the 12 hottest years on Earth have occurred between 1995 and 2006. The oceans are getting warmer and global sea levels have risen. 20 years ago, climate change was the realm of scientists and statisticians and at the periphery of public consciousness. Today, it is the most pressing environmental challenge we all face, one that will have consequences for all of us and for next generations. To avoid major irreversible impacts on society and ecosystems, we must act now. Due to human activities, mainly burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, concentrations of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases are exceeding the natural range from the previous millennia. As a result, climate change has become a real and current threat. We see, for example, that the number of hot and cold extremes has increased over the last 50 years, as well as the intensity and variability of rainfall. European glaciers and ice in Greenland, the Arctic and Antarctic are melting rapidly. River flows have increased in the north and decreased in the south of Europe. And the average temperature of the oceans has increased. It is likely that the Arctic will have ice-free summers well before the end of this century. Ecosystems are especially vulnerable to climate change. Already we see how changing temperatures and rainfall are disturbing ecosystems. Fish, plants, birds, insects, mammals and other animal groups are moving northwards and, where possible, uphill. Not only are the oceans becoming warmer, but they are also becoming more acidic. This will severely affect the ability of marine organisms, such as coral and shellfish, to produce their skeletons and shells, with knock-on effects for various other species. All these trends are projected to become more pronounced in the future. To avoid irreversible and dangerous climate change, global temperatures should not rise more than 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. This requires large cuts in emissions of greenhouse gases. The solution lies in a massive scale-up in renewable energy and energy efficiency. We also have to make global efforts to reduce deforestation and increase the resilience of ecosystems. We can reduce the risks of climate change by cutting greenhouse gases, but even so, we cannot completely avoid the effects. We will need proactive adaptation measures to moderate effects. Efforts on flood management and defence are already on the way, but are only part of the picture. Many other measures are needed, such as health and heat action plans, water scarcity risk management, land use planning and greening of cities. Of course, our environment is influenced by massive global and national factors, but it is also affected by the daily actions, no matter how small, of each and every one of us.